Hey guys, how you doing? Today's video is the very popular one, or was popular, YouTube made me buy tag. I don't know who it was originally created by, so I'm sorry, but if you do know, feel free to leave it in the comment section. I love this video for the pure fact of I'm a big fan of the YouTube beauty community. I have been ever since my early teens, when there barely were a beauty YouTube community, in the sense of the ones who created it. It was like Makeup by Tiffany D, Fleur de Force, Ingrid, Michelle 12 by 18, Buy Now, Blog Later. I don't know, since that time, Michelle Phan. I have been loyal to YouTube, and I would actually give a lot of credit to the YouTube beauty community in regards to my own knowledge. Big fan, so really was tempted to do that and now do this video. But I'm also a person who will always research a lot before I buy, because see, I used to live in Norway, and at that time most of these very famous brands you couldn't even get there. You couldn't get it in any of the shops or any of the Norwegian online stores. It was only the classic type of brands, like you could get MAC, that was the only thing. That was also hard to get. I remember when they opened it in the city that I lived, so excited. Yeah, I used to do a lot of research because I had to buy from these international sites to get it shipped to Norway, and what really made me careful is the fact that once you ship things to Norway, after passing a certain amount, you have to pay taxes, VAT, and all sorts of fees. So in Norway that can add up to a huge amount. So I did not necessarily want to pay that for no reason. Now that I live in Dubai, I still do online beauty shopping because it's actually a lot cheaper. Dubai is quite expensive. But I do enjoy the fact that I can go to the shops, swatch, try them out. If I need it, I can get it there and then, so yeah. Anyways, back to the video. This is the YouTube made me buy it, so basically anything that was kind of influenced by YouTubers, and they made me buy it. The good, the bad, the in between. And I can start with a couple of skincare bits because I don't have much there. I don't know if you guys remember when this one was mentioned. I think this was the first thing that got hyped around the, how do you say it? Hyaluronic acid, sorry. And this wasn't cheap. I remember I was studying in UK, went to Boots, saw this, I picked it up, and it was like 30 something pounds if I'm not mistaken. So ain't cheap, bought it. To be honest, not the biggest fan. It's supposed to be hydrating from inside. I can see that, but I kind of feel it more drying. I don't know if it's supposed to do that. If you're familiar with it, let me know. I'll still use it. So I bought it in UK when I was studying. Obviously I'm not studying anymore, but I never opened it until recently. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are if you bought that. The brand The Ordinary. Definitely YouTube. YouTube made me buy it. And I chose this one specifically. It's the organic, 100% organic cold pressed rose hip seed oil. Now if you're anything beauty interested and watch YouTube videos, you most probably would have heard about this. I can include the foundations as well. Now why they're so known is because they're a skincare brand that's really, really affordable and really, really good. That's what the hype is. And I must say, so far, I agree. I really do agree. I do have other skincare bits as well from The Ordinary, but that's not actually influenced by YouTube specifically. But it's YouTube that got me into trying their products, and then since I really enjoyed and loved their product, I have kind of just been experimenting on my own. So that's The Ordinary. I have a couple of OGs. Let me take them because one of them I don't think you can get anymore. But if you have been watching YouTube videos since way back, you would recognize this. One is new packaging, they have it new now, and the other one I don't think they have anymore. These two. Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is the old school packaging. that was like in this potion bottle thingy. This is, I don't know, a little scared to finish it up and like, use it all. But I think I would keep this bottle regardless. And then the second thing was this Benefit Powder Flash. I know if you guys remember, this is such an OG product. And I don't know if they discontinued it or if they have repackaged it, please do let me know, because I love this powder. This is my go-to under eye setting powder, and I don't know what I'm gonna do when I run out of this, but it lasts you a long time though. This is my backup, but still, it's lasts me a long time. So yeah, get those two out of the way. Let's continue on the old school, but still available. That would be Urban Decay Naked Palettes. This is the original. This is the latest one, if I'm not mistaken, the Naked Heat. And then this is the basics, the original. This is old school, but still much loved. I remember when this one was launched, if I'm not mistaken, it was like maybe not the first ever, but at least spoken about neutral palette. And it got so much attention, and for all good reasons. Like, I still love it till this day. I still love this palette and use this palette. It has all these neutral shades. I love it. YouTube made me buy it, and I love it. However, the Naked Basics, so this they launched a little bit later to include like all mattes, so that you can like kind of travel with this and not need, or you can travel with this and maybe another smaller palette with shimmers or whatnot. But to be honest, I don't use this as much as I was expecting to, because I wish it had a couple more shades like in between. It has way too many light shades, and then the black, and the brown is like one. That would work as a transition shade for me, but nothing more. So I don't end up using this as much, because they should make one basically for like medium to dark skin tones, basically. Yes. And then the more recent one is, as we all know, the Naked Heat. This one also, now I have the Naked 2 as well, but then the Naked 3 came. I was not that interested at the time to get it, for whatever reason. Yeah, I think because at that time, okay, so before I got married, my makeup collection was huge. It was an unnecessarily huge collection, and I didn't have need for all those products. So as I was moving to Dubai, I didn't want to pack all that and bring it here, because I would never finish it. So I ended up giving most of things to my friends and family, or my friends and my niece. So they had a good go. Therefore I ended up never getting the Naked 3, because I really felt that I didn't need to. But then, for my wedding, the makeup artist used the Naked 3 on my eyes, and it just looks so soft and romantic. So I'm interested to get it, but even though I'm interested and I love it and it's kind of more sentimental, I don't think I will get it right now, because I don't really need it. It's just a want, not a need. But anything makeup is basically that, but I hope you get me. But then this one, which was launched afterwards, sorry, let me see, the Naked Heat, I thought was such a brown girl friendly colors. So I had to get this, and I love this palette. I use it a lot. I really do use it a lot. Yeah, those are the Naked palettes, definitely. But I love them. Only one that I kind of regret, I would say, is the Naked Basics. I still keep it because I still can use it. But now that I have, if you saw my Get Ready With Me video, I end up using actually one from the drugstore. That is a lot more better in terms of the shade range for my skin tone. Should we take some lip products? It's a little all over the place, I hope you don't mind. But do you guys remember these? The Revlon lip butters. Oh my god, what they spoken about. I felt like every YouTuber had these, and I had a lot more. I think I bought basically the whole collection, because obviously this Revlon was cheap, like drugstore cheap. And continuation on the lips. Do you guys remember when these chubby pencils were launched? I have got one from Revlon and one from Rimmel London. and one is a glossy one is a matte one. These were so hyped up and so spoken about. Not that they're bad, but like these and the Bourbon lip products were so much talked about. I do enjoy these ones though. That I do. I actually end up using these more compared to those ones. Some concealers that YouTube definitely made me buy. The LA Girl Pro Conceal. These are really cheap. I think they're like $2 or something. These are from US, again, shipped on from an international online store. I got three shades. The 24/7 Glide On Pencil from Urban Decay. Still very much loved. I think I used to own all the colors at a point. Again, given away most of them. Now I have this one. This one was definitely not impulse buy, but influenced by YouTube. It's the one that launched with their Naked Heat. It's the shade Alkaline, but I do really like it. It's gorgeous with any warm eye look. Really gorgeous. I didn't get the other one because that one I think was like too reddish, while this one is more warm nude red. I hope that makes sense. And then I have the blue one in Binge. This one is really gorgeous as well. I think it really complements my eye color. So yeah, and then of course Perversion, the black one, the super black one. Really love this for a really smoky eye. Thanks to tools I can mention. Beauty Blender and the Real Techniques. So Beauty Blender obviously was the first one that was launched. I created this whole hype around wet sponge, blending sponge, whatnot. Love this, love this. Like, can't live without this. Like, I can't do my makeup without this. And the second one is the Real Techniques. Supposed to be, no, both of them are wet because I just used them. Supposed to be a tube. I think it's, for me, the closest one I have come across, but just actually a little bit too soft for me. So the way it like spreads and applies the foundation is not as good as the Beauty Blender. But I do love this for powder, setting my face with a translucent powder after it. So I do end up using both. But this is one I love for the purpose it was created for, if it makes sense. But you never have to follow the rules. Other tools, let me just pick up some brushes from that. Is the Sigma brushes. Remember that? Also back in the day. Now it's more Morphe brushes. Unfortunately, I actually don't own because quite good with what I have. But there are a couple that I want. But anyway, Sigma brushes, very much hyped once upon a time on YouTube. Still amazing, still own them, still use them, just take good care of them. And then the Real Techniques brushes, they also just as good. Drugstore, so, but they're like higher end on the drugstore, but still reasonable, I believe. And really, really good. The only thing is they have this, they're quite thick, so they take a lot of space, like say the blush brush. Quite thick, and then it goes out to this flat end. But the quality of the brush is still so good, doesn't matter. The only thing is the black part of this bottom here in Dubai, I noticed, not in Norway, it tends to get like sticky because of the dust and the climate, I think. So I end up putting like plastic around to protect them from that. Oh my god. NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. Definitely influenced by YouTube. Now, one thing I must say was, other than MAC, NARS was like the other brand that used to be spoken a lot about. And what I loved about NARS is the fact that they were women of color friendly. They really were a brand that I felt I could be safe. I was safe with whatever I got. I could be safe with. And again, I was shopping a lot online, so it wasn't easy, you know. So knowing that most colors would suit me, or like it wouldn't be too hard. NARS products were really the women of color friendly brand. The only one almost at the time that I remember. So I even have this NARS Taj Mahal, and if you are my skin tone or darker, you have to get this one. It is so gorgeous. I know it looks scary, but just dip like a blush brush. Oh my god. For your blusher, slightly dip it, you don't have to put much, and then on your cheeks it just adds the most beautiful glow. It's because of YouTube and the online beauty community that I have quite a bit of makeup, but I love all my makeup because I could do this research. I could look at influencers and bloggers who are similar to me, where it's my skin type, my skin tone, the passion for makeup, or whatever it is. I could just research online, look at the reviews, look at what people said, and then make my final call whether to get it or not. So most of it may be influenced, or all of this mentioned in this video at least, is influenced by YouTube. But it's also because of them that I could research and get to know more. So though something was hyped up, I still researched it. Like, I didn't always go immediately. NARS products. The NARS Shave love it. Now this one is slightly dark for me now, so I'm using a little lighter foundation, and this Taj Mahal. Love it. EX1 Invisible Foundation. This one actually wasn't like, I came across this researching as I was looking for a new foundation. Interestingly, so little reversed. I noticed a lot of people my skin tone were recommending this, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, this one is made by an Indian lady, and it's basically, it started off as a yellow based foundation with a shade range that were my skin tone like. So they didn't have very dark or very pale, if I'm mistaken, but now they have a lot more, of course. So I got this one based on that, but I was also researching for a new foundation, wanted to find myself a new foundation, and this one is drugstore price, which is why I ended up buying it as well, and I really enjoy it. It's like it starts off as a light medium, and you can build it up to like a medium full, but not full. Hope that makes sense. Maybe I'll do a separate review on this. Let me know if you would like that, where I show how I wear it, not how I wear it, but on my face. Whew. Sorry, I'm sounding so rushed. I'm trying to get through before the battery goes and my camera goes bonkers. 2 concealers because of YouTube, Wet n Wild Photo Focus and Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. This one I have not tried yet, so I really can't say anything about it, but it's based on YouTube. It's supposed to be, so many people are saying it's a dupe on the Tarte Shape Tape, which I haven't tried, but I see it's a full coverage concealer, so I got curious. Same with this one, not as hyped up as this one, but quite similarly, so that's the reason I got this. This one I enjoy, it's just too light for me, so I mix it with a darker concealer, but I love it. Oh my god, do you guys remember these paint pots, MAC paint pots? I remember everybody used to, at that time there weren't many Indian or dark skinned bloggers, so everyone used to talk about, what was the shade? Soft Ochre and another one, because it matched their skin color. So they used to use it either as a primer or on top of their primer, but as a base, like to even out the skin tone on your eyes. So I went for the shade Groundwork, which is more my color. And because I kind of really enjoy the paint pots, I end up getting a lot more. So I have a few more, but I wanted to show you this one. Becca highlighters. This is so hard, but it took me a long time to get on the bandwagon of these, because I wasn't that much into highlighter, because mostly what I saw were very bang-on highlighters, and I didn't like that look. I don't like the full-on glittery look, I don't. But this one I really like, and this is the one to really start the game for me. And I bought a mini because I was still a bit skeptical to the whole bang-on highlighters, and a huge one I don't really think I need. Because highlighter you use so little, you just use it, or I just use it mainly on top of my cheekbones. YouTube influenced, YouTube approved, I approve. Urban Decay setting spray, all-nighter setting spray, still have the old packaging. I don't use it as often as I should, I think, because I'm a person who don't really wear my makeup all day from morning to night, kind of. Whenever I come home with whatever I'm done, for the most part, I'll remove my makeup. But I do enjoy this for like night outs, like say weddings or anything else that will last like a whole night. I do enjoy this. Dry shampoo, also influenced by YouTube, definitely. Like, I remember seeing this in the shops when it came out, didn't think much of it, but then I heard people started talking about it and I got curious. But for the longest time I didn't really use any dry shampoo I do use this dry shampoo now, but I don't use it as often as I guess most people would be using it. But for the days I do need it, I do use this one. And I got the dark brown because obviously my hair is darker. And it works quite good. I used to have the Lush dry shampoo, which came in a bottle and you just drizzle it on, but that was a bit too messy. This one is a lot easier. Bobbi Brown corrector. As you guys know, this is my favorite corrector of all time. I seldom do my makeup without this because my under eyes, the circles under my eyes are quite visible, so I love using this one. This one I don't think I would have known about, or like in the sense I wouldn't even have checked it out if it wasn't for YouTube, because Bobbi Brown is available in Norway. At the time the makeup shops in Norway used to be quite small, now they're a lot bigger because I think beauty has just grown. So I never used to, like I said, I always used to do my shopping online. Very seldom I used to go. When I used to go, it was to the one that had the Mac store, and then I didn't really look at other products other than Mac. So yeah, thank you YouTube for recommending me this, because this is a lifesaver. Then, an interesting, very recent purchase of mine is this from Hourglass. It's a mini version of their ambient lighting powders. I got the dim light mini. It's very recent because I know if this is overrated or underrated, in the sense that for me it was very underrated. Okay, so here's the story. For the longest time, if you are watching me, you most probably have watched a lot of other beauty viewers and you have heard about this. It's a very well-loved powder, right? But it doesn't look like much. And because of that, I never got intrigued, because I have my, I have my L'Oreal Mercier translucent powder and I love the finish it gives me. So for the longest time I never saw the need, because the problem with this powder is even when people show it on their face, you can't really see it that well. But in my recent trip, I did. And I swatched it. And that was all that was needed for me to get it. I was going to get the full size one. Initially I was going to get the full size ones when I swatched it, but then I saw they had mini. And since it kind of... My final decision to purchase it was not because of YouTube, it was actually because of the swatch. But what intrigued me was YouTube, because I'd heard a lot about it, so when I finally saw it in person, I wanted to swatch it due to the hype. That swatch changed and I love this product, and now I wish I had got the full size. Kept hearing about it, everyone is talking about it, everyone is loving it. I don't see it from the videos. It's one of those things I actually don't see from the videos, but because it's so much spoken about, when I finally got to see it in person, I was curious. That was the Hourglass ambient lighting powder in dim light. Dim light is the one that I found suited my skin color the most. The others were a bit more pale and would just started looking ashy when I swatched it, so yeah. Alright guys, that's it for the work YouTube made me buy. Quite a lot of products. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and let me know what purchase you have got influenced by bloggers and YouTubers. If you have any recommendations too, please do let me know. Alright guys, see you soon. Bye.